What's going on, guys? This is Keaton with Hook 'em Rolls, and today's video is going to be kind of another out of context video, I guess you could say. Don't really have anything that I was planning on recording for this video. You know, I was just kind of, to be honest, I was ultrasounding yesterday over here. And it's kind of, I can't record these things, unfortunately, because I'm literally a one-man show. You know, so I'm having to put my snake here, you know, in the tub and do all this and then have the foot pedal. And there's just no way I can record. One of these days I'm going, whenever this Osmo 3 comes in, I'm going to set up the phone to record and then, you know, have the Osmo going as well. So that way I can have kind of two perspectives. So that way I can pull from each one. But I don't know if you guys saw in the last video. I don't know if I showed it all together, but we got the Starlink setups running perfect, set up right out there. We've got our security camera set up. All of our we got a motion sensor here, glass break sensor right there, an extra siren there. You know, obviously our thermostat for the mini split. We've got a temperature sensor there, and then a door sensor there, and then also we have a smoke detector / carbon monoxide detector there. And I'm pretty sure that is it. But yeah, so the whole room is rigged out with the alarm system. The modem for the alarm system is in the shop, so the whole shop's protected. We've got sirens and cameras out there. We got I've got a outdoor wireless camera that I'm going to set up. I got to order the adapter plate system so that way I can run it continuously, because right now it's just got a big battery. It's right there. It's just got a big battery, and it only lasts for about a week. So I'm going to go ahead and plug it up and run it hardwired directly into one of these plugs out here. And we're going to put it in the front of the building so that way I know, you know, whoever pulls up to the building, you know, whether it be me, family, whoever, I'm gonna get notifications for. So it's pretty awesome. You know, this alarm system has really worked perfectly. But yeah, so I was recording a video just like I was telling you guys. We were ultrasounding a few girls, okay? And it blew my mind to find out. You know, like I said, this is my, I guess, 2.5 season, right at about 3 years in. You know, really, we're at 2 seasons in, but, you know, we're just going to call it 3 because technically we did, you know, have snakes then. We weren't really breeding 3 seasons ago, but, you know, we'll just call it 3. So, you know, I was ultrasounding all the big girls. They're in these 70 series tubs, you know, right here. And I was like, okay, cool. You know, we've got a few girls that are showing some good signs. I'll show you a few. This girl, she just took a meal last night. We fed. So she's hunkered down on the cold side. She's got a little bit stuck shed here. That's another reason it's kind of hard here in Texas this time of year. We've got 31%. It's like low 30s, low to mid 30s out here even right now. We had a cold front. So it'll be it'll go below freezing a few times here in the next couple of days. So it's pretty cold outside, you know, and this window right here is not insulated. It's an old window. As you see, I've got spray foam put around it. It just doesn't really work that well. There's a little bit of a draft here, not too much, but there's definitely a little bit of a draft back here. And, you know, that just kind of takes away from keeping humidity in here. And then also, we'll kind of walk outside here. Got the doggies out here, Brodo and Cora. As you see, the top sheet is pulled off. I still need to insulate the top of this, which I think I may try and do here in this next week. I've got all the insulation. I just got to get up there, which is just a pain in the ass. So, you know, the humidity in this room doesn't really stay very well. So in the summertime here in Texas, it's like 100% humidity all the time. You know, you can't get rid of it. So that's why you have to come in here, at least with these racks, because these are these plastic, these really nice plastic PVC racks that I ordered. And yeah, they're perfect for holding humidity. But in the summertime, they hold too much. So you have to come in here and drill holes in your tubs because there's just so much humidity. You know, it's not good for snakes. You know, you don't want your snakes to be in 100% humidity in a damp, you know, really damp environment all the time. It's just not good. So I had to come in here and drill holes. And that helps some. But on the opposite end of the spectrum, you see, in the wintertime, you know, I do have this tank in here, so this helps a lot. Like, if this tank wasn't in here and this wasn't open, as you see, this is already evaporating a lot. If this wasn't in here, I mean, I would probably have 5% humidity maybe. But this helps a lot. So I will say, you know, having this in the wintertime does help. But again, it's only 30% humidity. So it doesn't matter how much water you dump on these tubs. You know, hardly have any, you know, condensation buildup. And as you see, I just filled waters up 2 days ago, and there's no water in here, you know, because this mini split, that's another thing. I like it because it fills the void right now, but this mini split blows this way, and it hits all these racks back here, and then it just evaporates all the water out of the racks, which I don't like. I want to do a duct-in system, but I mean, you know, you're talking, this costs right about $3 grand. You're talking a duct-in system's probably going to cost, you know, anywhere from $5 to $10 grand, depending on how you do it and how many rooms you have in it. And right now, that's just not what I want to spend my money on. I will say we do have good news. I did reach out to a buddy of mine, and he has some racks. So he has full Freedom Breeder. He has 70 series rack, a 40 series rack, and then he has two, I want to say 10 series, I think. I'm not familiar with the exact tub size. And then he has one other rack. So it's 5 racks total, and they're all Freedom Breeder. And he's looking to upgrade to ARS, you know, to the ARS style. This is only a 10 high, but you know, he wants to get rid of his Freedom Breeder and go ARS. So that kind of works out for me. You know, I'm not really picky right now. I just kind of want to move from these. You know, I'm going to keep this ARS, you know, 10 high probably for the quarantine room. But, you know, I want to get rid of this 5540, this 5540, these 70s. I want to, probably going to keep this one for the quarantine room. And then maybe get rid of this hatchling rack right here, and then these two. So I want to get rid of these two, and they're really, really nice racks. I mean, I brought them brand new from a good buddy over in Florida at Maze Exotics. Amazing guy. I mean, they're perfect racks. They're just a little dirty. They just need to be cleaned off. But, I mean, literally, they are completely sealed, you know, heat tape all the way around. They're going to come with thermostats. I'm going to get rid of all the thermostats and get new ones. So, literally, you know, they're plug and play for somebody. But I'm just looking for the metal look. You know, I want the metal look because I am going to go in here and we're going to do another flooring at some point in time. I don't know if we're going to do it in this facility because the goal is to have a place built by middle of next year. And if that's the case, then obviously not going to be here anymore. So I don't want to go spend, you know, I don't know, I think I looked $700 for a floor by the time I put it in, you know, on a place that I'm going to have to rip it back out of. So, that being said, I really just wanted to spend my money on the metal racks, you know, get the Freedom Breeders in here from him. We worked out a price, you know, it's doable. So, I'm going to try to sell these. I've got a few people interested in buying everything that I have. So, that should work well. And hopefully we can get these new racks in here. I think July of next year is what we're shooting for. So, have these sold, hopefully, you know, maybe a week before. You know, have a down payment and then just go, you know, go to him. He's in Texas as well, about 6 hours away. So drive to him and pick the racks up, hand him the money, come back here, you know, have the people who are going to buy these racks show up, you know, help them load them in, and then basically just transfer everything in. That's the goal. Now, whether or not it works like that, probably never will, because you guys know stuff never works how it should work when you're doing basically anything. So that being said, back to the point. I was ultrasounding, and we ultrasounded big girls, and we had some really awesome girls that had some decent follicles, as you guys saw. I don't know if you saw, because I don't know if I showed it. This girl right here, she's a pastel clown, and she locked, finally, with this guy right here, which is pretty cool. This stranger, yellow belly, spot nose, het clown, posset monsoon boy. That was his first lock, and he locked her, so that's pretty cool there. I'm actually going to be throwing him in with this vanilla hypo girl that we picked up the other day at the NRBC. She, when I was ultrasounding her, she shows about 15 millimeter follicles. So, you know, he just ate last night again. So it'd be pretty cool there. You know, hoping that pairing would be cool to hit a, what would that be? A stranger, yellow belly, spot nose, vanilla, het hypo, posset clown, posset monsoon. That could be crazy there, you know. And then obviously we have this hypo het clown girl. She's building follicles pretty well. So she paired with the pastel super GHI chocolate het clown. But I think I'm going to try, you know, here, there's a lock right there, 1110. So next month I'm going to try to get the stranger to lock her. Just to, you know, because I would personally rather have the stranger locker. But then again, you know, you couldn't go wrong with the GHI chocolate clown het hypo. You know, I mean, you just couldn't go wrong with it. So either way, we're going to just kind of play who's your daddy on that. But that being said, I was ultrasounding some of these girls because I was like, you know what? Some of these girls are 1,700 grams. You know, they're growing out, like this girl right here. She just ate again last night. I mean, she's, you know, probably 1,800 grams. She's a Firefly double het DG clown. I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna ultrasound her. I'm gonna ultrasound this girl right here, which is right here. She's just a pastel double het DG clown, and she's probably about 1,600 grams. And then we have this girl right here, which is a, oh, make sure she ate. Yep, she good. That's a high OD fire clown girl, Aussie lineage. So, you know, she's about, I think she's like 1,800 grams. And then there's this girl right here, this Inchy high OD. She is, I think, like 1,600 grams. So she's an Inchy high OD het clown. So I was like, okay, cool. We're gonna ultrasound those girls and see what kind of happens. You know, maybe they're wanting to go. Turns out none of the girls, the big girls, had any follicles, which I kind of assumed because they've been slamming food. And if you guys are familiar, one thing I have learned, if you have females that are slamming food, like, I mean, you know, twice a week or, you know, really heavy once a week, they usually don't have follicles. What they'll do, so I've kind of learned. Let's just say this girl right here, slamming food every single week, twice a week, because right now I feed twice a week on ASF because they're a smaller meal. So she's been slamming food twice a week for the past probably 6 months since I've got her. So when I knew she wasn't going to have follicles. You may ask why. Because she's been slamming food so heavily, she just doesn't have room or the space to build the follicles. You know, when you ultrasound, you know, usually it goes, let's say tail here, it goes follicles right in here, and then it goes like their gut, I think the liver or something's right in here on the ultrasound. And usually when you ultrasound and the girls like this have been slamming food from the tail all the way up to the liver or kidney or whatever is completely just filled with shit. Like, you can just see it. It's just cloudy on the ultrasound. So, you know, that's literally what the high OD girl was, the pastel girl, the Firefly, and the Inchy high OD, because they've been slamming food so heavily, there was no room for follicles there. So I was like, you know, my suspicion was true. I was like, all right, cool. You know, it kind of sucks, but then again, I cannot complain because they're just demolishing food. They're getting bigger. You know, I would much rather have a clutch from a girl that is 1,800, 2,000 grams than a girl that's 1,100, 1,200 grams. Let's just be honest. You have more chances of viable eggs, quote unquote, theoretically. You know, I've had girls that are 1,200 grams lay perfect clutch of 6 to 8 eggs. You know, I've had girls that are 3,000 grams lay a 10 egg clutch. They're all slugs. You know, I mean, it's all just depending what they want and what the male that goes to them is. But my suspicion was true. So me being me, I didn't ultrasound any other girls on this side or over here. It's like, nah, there's no reason. You know, they're smaller. You know, I've got girls in here that are anywhere from 900 grams all the way up to, you know, around 1,300. And I was like, oh, I'm not going to worry about it. So just out of suspicion, the next couple days went by, and I decided to ultrasound this girl right here. Which this girl is just the big, or not big, she is the black pastel pied, sorry girl, black pastel pied 66% het clown. And as you guys know, she was 1,200 grams. She laid a clutch last season, and she only laid 3 eggs. So I ultrasounded her, and she's grown to probably about 1,600 grams, so she's put on about 400 or 500 grams. And she had, you know, around 10 to 12 millimeter follicles. So I was like, all right, cool. You know, I didn't think she was building yet, but she is. So then I was like, all right, what the heck? Let's ultrasound all these girls. So first off, I come over here, and I pull out this girl. Like I said, they ate last night, so there's a few rat droppings in here. But she is a hypo 100% het desert ghost, and she's, I think, like 1,300 grams or so. I'm like, oh, there's no way. No way. Boom. She has 13 millimeter follicles. That girl right there. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's ready to go. She's a lock, you know? And I'm like, okay, cool. Let's ultrasound some more. So then I come over here, pull out this girl. This girl is just a normal 100% double het. What is she? DG clown. Yeah, and as you see, she's water bowl wrapping. She's not bigger than 1,400 grams. She's probably 1,300 grams, if that. She's in a 5540 tub. She's got 15 millimeter follicles. As you see, she's on the cold side of the tub. And I noticed this stuff before, but I was like, there's just no way they're building follicles. They're, you know, 1,000 grams, or some one of them is less than 1,000 grams. So I'm like, all right, cool. So then I come over here, and I'm not going to show her. Actually, we may slowly open this up. They're locked up. I'm not going to pull them out, but that is the, slowly close that. That right there, okay, guys, is crazy. Okay, so that is a Pastave double het ultra clown. yesterday I ultrasounded her. She was at 900 grams, guys. 900 grams, okay? And she had over 15 millimeter follicles. And she's been a really picky eater for me over the past 6 months. And she's been on the cold side, just stuck on the cold side. I was like, there's no way she's got follicles. So ultrasounded her. I was so like dumbfounded. I like put it on Instagram. I was like, oh my gosh, she's got follicles. And sure enough, you know, I have the clown het ultramale male. It's probably 1,800 grams. Threw him in there. Within an hour, she locked up to him. And, you know, as you guys know, if you don't know, a snake is an animal, okay? An animal is not going to breed unless an animal is ready to breed. There's no way she would show follicles on an ultrasound unless she was ready to breed, okay? She's less than 900 grams. She's like 890, 880. You know, I've never seen it before, but it just doesn't mean that that's not what she wanted. You know, I mean, they're animals. You know, in the wild, there's never a scale around. You know, there's never a person introducing them. You know, they breed when they want to breed. So it just kind of threw me off because I've never seen a 900-gram snake have follicles. But sure enough, she had over 5 follicles that were over, you know, 15 millimeters. So threw the male in, boom, have a lock. I took a picture this morning. It just blew me away. So there's that girl. Okay, then you go up here. You have her sister, which is a Mojave double het, and she's maybe 400 grams bigger than that girl. You know, she's probably like 1150. And she had over 15 millimeter follicles. So basically, you know, that male right there, the clown het ultra male from Aussie, he's going to be thrown out of the tub, and that's his tub right there, and he's going to be fed tonight or whenever he decides to get done, and give him 2 to 3 days, and he's going to go in with this Mojave girl. And so, yeah, that's a sister. So, you know, me thinking there's no way that I'm going to have any chance at ultra clowns this season because both of my double hets that I have, minus the 2 girls that I just picked up, the normals, in the previous unboxing, you know, they were 900 to 1,200 grams. You know, picky eaters did not want to eat very well. But now it looks like, you know, there's a pretty good chance that both of them are lay. Even if they only lay 3 to 4 eggs, that's still better than, you know, them laying none. And my goal is, I don't really care if they lay. My goal is to get them kind of jump started because they've been really picky eaters for me. And I think with, you know, giving them a few locks and stuff, they're going to just blow up in size. So there's that. Like I said, this pastel girl, she's taken off on me. But yeah, she's got over 15 millimeter follicles. And then this girl right here, she's a little bit bigger than all of them. As you see, she's on the cold side. She's a Mojave Het Desert Ghost Posset Cryptic. And she had like almost, I think, 16 millimeter follicles. You know, so she's going to get paired. And it just blows my mind, guys. I mean, there's girls in here that are, you know, 1,000 grams that have, you know, bigger follicles than some of these girls that are on schedule, the big side, you know, so pretty freaking cool. Like, I mean, I'm just still like in awe. Like, that's why I'm like in awe, like sitting back. I'm like, I thought maybe we're going to have 1 to 2 girls in this rack right here that would go. And sure enough, you know, ultrasounding all of them in this rack. And then, you know, 1 girl over here, and all of a sudden we have chances to hit, you know, I mean, basically this whole rack right here, besides the male on the bottom. I mean, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, or 10. Yes, there's 10 more clutches that are, you know, in the discussion, guys. There's no doubt about it that they could go. You know, I'm not saying they will, but, you know, they all have follicles. You know, and then on top of that, so that's 10 there, and I'm just going to name out what we have here. Now, we still haven't got the Monsoons in from California. I think Jonathan's shipping this Tuesday or Wednesday, I'm pretty sure. And he's shipping the rest of the Monsoon project and the Clown Pie project. So that's probably, I'm going to say, maybe 15 to 18 more animals coming, you know, big girls coming. But we're just going to kind of, you know, click around and show you guys what I think we have a possibility of hitting. Obviously, you know, not every girl's going to go, but it's just cool to sit back and just talk about these things. So there's 10 girls that have a pretty good chance of laying between here and here. Okay, so then you got 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. So there's 33 girls that have a very good chance of going this season for us, like a above 80% chance. And then on top of that, there's probably, like I said, maybe another anywhere between 15 to 20 girls coming. So, I mean, there's going to be, give or take, 50 adult females in here in the next week. which is freaking crazy to me. You know, I mean, we've got 2 males for the Monsoon. We've got the normal double het Monsoon clown. We've got the yellow belly spot nose stranger het clown posset Monsoon boy that's going well. And then for the puzzle, we have the pastel cypress stranger het puzzle male that's about 980 grams. And then obviously for the Ultramo clown stuff, we have the clown het Ultramo from Aussie. What else do we have? I think that's, oh yeah, and then we have this male that's obviously just a backup at this point for the stranger. But right there we have a pastel super GHI chocolate het clown. He is available, guys, right here. If you guys are interested in a really, really awesome eater, proven clown combo male, that's your boy. Like I said, he's a pastel super GHI chocolate het clown, and he is about, I think he was like 750 grams. He sired 3 clutches for us last year, and he locks to anything. I would do 1,100 shipped on him. You know, that's really the only thing we're selling right now that, you know, hasn't already been moved. And then we do still have the Leo het pied girl. She's a big girl. I'm not going to pull her out. She's in shed. But if you're interested in a big leopard het pied female that's over 2,000 grams that lays big clutches, reach out. I think I have her listed for like 200 plus shipping, just trying to move her. So, yep, that being said, guys, I'm not going to hold you guys any longer, but just some crazy stuff going on here between, you know, plans here, alarm system, you know, that's been put in, the Wi-Fi that's finally in, ultrasounding snakes that really I didn't think I should ultrasound, but I did, and it pays off. So that being said, guys, pay attention to your animals. It means a lot when you know what your animals are doing. So thanks again, guys, for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.